Fifth grade into math, lesson 19.1, describe a coordinate system. I can identify and describe a point in a coordinate system. Spark your learning. Anna lives 3 blocks east and 5 blocks north of the elementary school. Ben lives 6 blocks east and 3 blocks north of the elementary school. What direction should Anna and Ben use to walk to each other's home? So first of all, we need to go ahead and plot those things on our line. Okay, so if we put like basically we don't have certain spots that they have to be, right? We're not given certain coordinates yet. Okay, so we could just put the elementary school right here, right? So we'll mark it as ES. Okay, so for the elementary school. Then it says and what? Was 3 blocks east. So they gave us a compass over here, right? So east, we're going to go to the right. To the what? Right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 east. And how many north? So we're going to go up or down? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is where Ann lives. Okay. Then Ben lives 6 blocks east. And this is at the elementary school, right? So we're going to go how many to the what? We're going to go back to elementary school and go what? 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then how many north? And then 1, 2, 3 up. Right? And this is Ben, right? Okay. Then they want to know what direction should Ann and Ben use to walk to each other's home. So for Ann, to get to Ben's house, she would go what? We go the east first. So 1, 2, 3, 3 blocks east. And how? And 2 blocks south. Okay. And for Ben, now could she also do the 2 blocks south and then 3 blocks east? Yes. Okay. You could reverse those, right? Okay. So for Ben, he would need to go what? 3 blocks
west and 3 blocks north.
West, and then 2 blocks north. And then once again, could he switch it and do 2 blocks north and then 3 blocks south or west? Yeah. Building understanding. Number 1, a coordinate system is a plane formed by 2 perpendicular number lines that intersect. These number lines or axes meet at 0 on the number line. This location is called the origin. So over here, the connected vocabulary, the number lines that make up the coordinate system are called the axes. The x-axis is the horizontal number line. So horizontal goes left to right. Okay, the y-axis is the vertical number line and it goes up and down. Okay, so they want us to label each axis. Okay, so where's the x-axis? The left to right, right? And then this would be the y-axis, right? Okay, and then where's the origin? Where the 2 intersect, right? So at the very corner, so 0, 0, right? Okay. So letter B, a point represents a location in the coordinate system. This location can be represented using 2 values. Why are 2 values needed to identify the location? Because you have to do what? You have to move along the x-axis first, and then you have to move along the y-axis. Okay? So letter C, one value is called the x-coordinate, and the second value is called the y-coordinate. What does each value describe? So basically, it's where you move along each place. How many units you have to move over, right? And then how many units you have to go up or down, right? And then over here it explains in a coordinate system, the x-coordinate represents the horizontal distance from the origin. So we said left to right, right? Okay. And then the y-coordinate represents the vertical distance from the origin, so up or down. Okay. So locate the pool in the coordinate system. So we go over to x first. So if I go along the x-axis, I go over to what? 6. And if I go up the y-axis, I go to
3.
Okay. And if I were to write that, I would have a parentheses. And then if you think about it, x always comes first in the alphabet, right? Okay. So I would label this as 6, 3, and then into parentheses. Number 2, a city planner uses the coordinate grid to show different locations. Each unit represents one town block. What ordered pair represents the location of the pet store? So connect to vocabulary. A pair of numbers in the form XY is called an ordered pair. So we just wrote that on the other side with our parentheses, right? Where X represents the coordinate and Y represents, or where X represents the X coordinate and Y represents the Y coordinate. The coordinate grid describes all of the ordered pairs on or above the X axis and on or to the right of the Y axis within a coordinate system. So how can you describe the location of the pet store? So from the, where do we start? The origin. We start at the origin, right? And the origin starts at what? 0, 0, right? Okay. We move how many places? 6 places. Or they went, oh, the pet store. Whoops. Sorry, not the. Well, we move 0 places on the x-axis and up how many places? 4 places on the y-axis. Okay, so from the origin, how do you move along each axis to reach the pet store? So we actually just answered that, didn't we? Okay, so at what x coordinate is the pet store? So we didn't move anywhere, so 0. What is the y coordinate? 4. So our ordered pair is parentheses 0, 4, into parentheses. So understanding, use the coordinate grid to answer the question. Number 1, how do you move from the origin to reach the library? So we're going to have our parentheses. Then how many do we go over on the x-axis to the right? 9, comma. How many do we go up on the y-axis? 5. And then we do into parentheses. Now, eventually as you get older, you will have negatives too, okay? You won't just have one quadrant, you can have 4 quadrants, okay? And then that gives you some negatives or positives on the x-axis, and then that also gives you some negative or positives on the y-axis, okay? Number 2, what is the ordered pair for the, oh, I just did that opposite, didn't I? Okay, so we would have moved, so you can draw this over here, okay guys? And then we moved 9 places to the right on which axis? On the x-axis. And how many places up? 5 places up on the y-axis. So this all goes to this question. There we go. On note number 3, a new cell phone app shows locations in town on a map. Each unit on the map represents one block in town. What are 2 ways to name the location of the bus station on the map? So our bus station is at what? 0, 0, right? Okay. So we can name it as 0, 0. Or what is that called? Okay, or at the origin. Explain how the coordinates of the post office and the movie theater differ. So the post office would be what? 8, 3. And then, or this is the post office, right? Okay. The movie theater is what? 3, 8, right? So basically the difference is that the post office, you moved across 8 units on the x-axis and 3 units on the y-axis. And then the movie theater, you moved 3 units that are just in reverse order, right? Okay. So describe how to move from the origin of a coordinate grid to locate the point for A for 7, 4. So you would go which direction, right or left?
Right.
So right, 7 units, and what? Up 4 units. Okay, 5, 0. So right, 5 units, and what? And up 0 units. Okay, next one. Right. And this is all coming from where? The origin, right? We start in the very corner. So right, 3 units, and up 6 units. Okay. Number 7, use structure. Micah is at a lodge in the forest. He uses a map where each unit represents 100 yards. What ordered pair represents the location of the footbridge? So I go what? Over 3, comma, up 2. So right 3, up 2. Correct? From the lodge, how far east and how far north is cabin 2? So east, how far east? No. From the footbridge. 1, 2, 3. So 3 east. And then 3 north. My ordered pair is what for the cabin? 6, 5. And then, is that the difference? 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So did that work out then?